What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Faith. I'm an online fashion reseller selling on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. Today I am going to go through what's selling right now on all of these platforms. I'm going to share my highest profit sales that have moved the fastest, and then also my worst sales for the month so you can potentially avoid the mistakes that I made. If you love reseller content like this, please give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you never miss any reselling content with me. Okay, first I'll share a little overview of what my sales look like this month compared to last month. So I'll put some graphs up on the screen so you can see the proportion of where my gross sales numbers came from by platform, because that is the juiciest part of these results. So last month, 57% of my sales were on Poshmark, which is the vast majority of my sales. 21% had come from eBay, and only 22% were from Mercari. So as you can see from last month, a majority of my sales were made on Poshmark. However, this month, 48% of my sales were made on Poshmark, and 42% of my sales were made on eBay. So still slightly more were made on Poshmark. However, eBay really kept me going this month, because at the beginning of the month, Poshmark was dead for me, and eBay was really picking up a lot of the slack. And without cross-listing to these platforms, my sales probably would have turned out a lot different. And then I forgot to add, Mercari was 10%, so here's the difference of the graphs. But this is such a key piece of proof that you guys need to be cross-listing. It is so easy. I use Vendu to cross-list. It makes it kind of a no-brainer to cross-list. It takes an extra 30 seconds per platform to list your item on multiple platforms, and I just highly recommend it. It helps you diversify, and when one platform is slow for 1 month for a particular reason, you have the opportunity for another platform to pick up the slack and just mitigate any risks for yourself and their sales that might not have happened that month if you hadn't cross-listed. So I do have a link for 20% off of your first month if you want to try Vendu. I highly recommend it. It is the easiest way to automate your reselling processes, the step before hiring a VA, and so it's very simple, and it's kind of a key part to help you grow your business. Okay, now I'll move in and I'll share what my best sales were this month. I'll share the top 5 of my best sales based off of my gross profit. So coming in at number 1, if you see me looking down, I have all of my numbers here to share with you. Coming in at number 1 was this Coach bag. I sold this on eBay for $199, and it took 66 days to sell. I will say, keep this in mind for the rest of the video, that I post everything to Poshmark first, and then I slowly cross-post it to their platforms. So it is listed longer on Poshmark than it is on eBay or Mercari. I sourced this bag from Shop Chris, and I think I mentioned her in my last What Sold video. She was doing a buy one get 5 free sale, and I definitely utilized it, and I got this Coach bag. So the cost of goods on it was $36.50. So after shipping, after platform fees, my profit was $113. Okay, coming in at number 2 are these Alc Pants. These pants sold on Poshmark for $125, and they were listed for 63 days. I sourced these from the TJ Maxx yellow tag sale. I actually did these in my yellow tag sale haul if you want to check that video out. I paid $25 for these, and so after platform fees, I made a profit of $75. I am very happy with that, and I try to at least have a profit of $20 per item, but obviously I'm trying to shoot for the highest profit possible. So these numbers are very exciting to me, because they definitely have increased over time as I've kind of discovered what sourcing strategies work best for me. Number 3 is this Reformation silk slip dress. I sold this on eBay for $113. It was listed on eBay for 13 days. I sourced this from The Real. I used my site credit on there to source this, so I got the price down to $20.69 for my cost of goods. So after platform fees, I made a profit of $74.70. Number 4 are these linen joggers from Made the Label. If you're not familiar with Made the Label, it's definitely a bolo brand to keep an eye out for, and I guarantee you my dog is gonna open the door again like he did a couple videos ago. Yep, it's too easy. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, Made the Label, definitely a bolo brand. Be on the lookout for that. These pants sold on Mercari for $90. They were listed on Mercari for 9 days. I picked these up at Goodwill. It was an amazing find. I was freaking out when I stumbled across these, and they were only $7. So I made a profit of $67.05. So gotta love it. All right, last one in this category. Number 5 is this Frank and Eileen button-down shirt dress. I sold this on eBay for $90. It took 29 days to sell, and I picked this up at Goodwill. There was actually a ton of these shirts. There was 2 like shirt dresses, and then like I think I picked up 10. I think it was 10 of these button-down shirts. And they were like a corporate donation, so I picked up every single one of them, and I've already sold through more than half, so yeah, definitely paid off. And I paid $10 for all of them per piece, so the cost of goods on this shirt was $10, and I made a profit of $64.78. Okay, the next category that I will share with you are my quickest flips. So I'll share the top 5 of my quickest flipping items. I don't know. Going in at number 1 is this La Academy, I don't know if that's how you say it, but this one shoulder top. It's a bolo brand in the sense that it's sold like on Revolve, it's sought after, and it's super trendy. However, the resale price isn't like crazy, so definitely make sure that you aren't paying up too much for anything from this brand. But this sold the same day that I listed it, so it was definitely a quick flip. It sold on Poshmark for $33. I picked this up at Goodwill for $6, so I made a profit of $20.40. Number 2 is this Spanx Sports Bra. It was like, when I felt it, it's like, this is the softest thing ever. I knew it was something that was high quality. I sold this on Poshmark for $25, and it sold the same day as well. I picked this up at Goodwill for $6, and I made a profit of $14, which is a little bit lower. Like I said, I want to try to have a $20 profit per item. That's like kind of my personal benchmark that I shoot for. But for something that was Spanx, and obviously sports bras aren't going to sell for a ton of money, and I knew it flipped fast, I did kind of make an exception, even though I knew I probably wouldn't hit that $20 mark. Number 3 are these Doc Marten Mary Jane canvas shoes. When I saw these, I knew for sure these were going to flip fast, just because they totally fit into that 90s grunge Y2K like academy style trend that's going on. I don't know, that's a ton of keywords. But these sold on Poshmark for $50, and they sold within 1 day, and it was a full price sale, so definitely was happy about that. I picked these up at Goodwill for $10, so I made a profit of $30. Number 4 are these Lululemon Speed Up shorts. The Speed Up shorts specifically sell super quick. This isn't the first time I've sold a pair like these. They sold on Poshmark for $39, and they sold 1 day after listing. I found these at Goodwill for $9, so I made a profit of $19.74 1 day after listing it. So definitely love me some good quick flips. Next is this Victoria's Secret one-piece swimsuit. I'm very picky about the swimsuits that I pick up used at Goodwill, just for, you know, obvious gross reasons, but I've had a lot of good luck selling swimsuits lately. People are definitely buying swimsuits, and yeah, I'd highly recommend starting to pick them up. Just make sure you know, check certain areas before buying. This sold on Poshmark for $28. It sold 1 day after listing. I found this at Goodwill for $6, and I made a profit of $16.40. Time is money. I love quick flips. I don't want to hang on to items like at all. I'm super impatient, probably to a fault. I probably should be a little more patient, but I'm trying to move inventory as fast as I can, so when I can find something that's going to flip quick, I definitely pick it up. All right. Now for maybe the category you want to know most. I don't know, my worst sales. I'll share the good and the bad and the ugly with you. It's no big deal. So number one is this Free People. It's called like a layering crop top. I don't know. When I was a newer reseller, I decided to buy a mystery box. This was the second to last mystery box that I will ever buy. I do not recommend it at all. Please just don't. Even if you know the seller, lots of caution around mystery boxes. Personally, as a reseller, and I'm sure maybe like you guys, put yourself in their shoes. If you're putting things into a mystery box, obviously it's not the things you're listing for yourself that are actually good. If it was actually good, you'd sell it yourself. So just from that frame of mind, like, come on, this stuff's not going to be the cream of the crop stuff. So you really have to be careful when you're buying these, especially if you don't know what's inside them. This sold on Poshmark for $24. It took 167 days to sell, and I paid $13.50, like averaging out all the pieces that were in the box, and I made a profit of $3.24. Honestly, I was just so happy to see this go, so whatever, it's out of my life, and I learned a very valuable lesson. Number two are these Treasure and Bond wedges, which are extremely cute, but Treasure and Bond is a Nordstrom, I think it's a house brand, but it's sold at Nordstrom Rack, and it's nothing spectacular. It's more based off of like style. I got these in a liquidation box. I bought a shoe liquidation box that was, I'm not gonna say a flop. I think I'll profit on it, but like 80% of the shoes in there were oversaturated, and it was not the best. I don't think I'll order from that company again, so I'm not even gonna share it with you because I've ordered two from that company and I don't think it's great, so I'm just not even gonna say it. The cost of good, these sold on Poshmark for $25. They took 4 days to sell. So yes, I did sell them for $25, which is low in 4 days, but they were so oversaturated that I was just happy to even have an offer. My cost of goods for all of the shoes in that box was $16.56, which is pretty high. So I only made a profit of $3.44, but I was just happy that I did make money on it with how oversaturated it was. So another lesson for you all from my mistakes. Number three is this Madewell striped sweater. I sold this on eBay for $20. It took 14 days to sell. However, this was at ThredUp for 60 days. So it didn't sell on ThredUp. I figured I'd just throw it up and send it or sell it myself. Plus we're heading into spring, so I did just take kind of a lower offer because I wanted to be done with it because I did not even want to look at the sweater anymore. I got this from a liquidation box, the same situation that I mentioned for the last one. My cost of goods on this was $8.75, and I made a profit of $4.12. Number four are these Everlane loafers. So I have been dabbling, as you might have seen in some videos, in online sourcing. This is an example of me online sourcing where it did not end up working out. I sold these on eBay for $70 and they took 83 days to sell. I will say that part of my error in this was that I was doing free shipping, and I since had changed my strategy where for shoes, unless it's like a $200 pair of shoes or like a designer shoes or whatever, I'm not going to offer free shipping. And so that was kind of where I faltered. I should have at least charged $10 a flat rate or something for these shoes, which I did not, which came out of my profits. So that was like the first mistake. I don't know if I said this already, but I sourced these on ThredUp, and I paid $42.70 for these, which is like, looking at this now, I don't know why the heck I did that. It was just very poorly thought out, but this is when I was still experimenting in the newer days, so whatever, I learned my lesson. I made a profit of $6.70. So when I got the offer for $70, I definitely went back and forth whether or not to hold out or to just accept it and keep things moving, but I went back and checked comps again, specifically sold comps, and I just realized the hard truth was that $70 was a very reasonable offer compared to what these shoes were going for. So I ended up just accepting it being a learning lesson and moving on, getting my money back and keep going. All right, last one are these Zara high-rise denim shorts. I sold these on Mercari for $20. They only took 9 days to sell. I sourced these from Goodwill for $5, so I made a profit on these of $7.44, which, I don't know, it's really not that bad, but I mean, I'm sharing my lowest profit item, so there you go. I mean, it was fine. I guess, I don't know that I'd really do it again. Maybe I would. I don't know. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't great, but yeah, those are my worst sales. Another platform that I started selling on that I wanted to mention is Flyp. So in March, I started implementing Flyp into my strategy. I really want to start automating and outsourcing a lot of the reselling tasks on my plate because that's really how I'm going to scale my business. If you haven't read the 4-Hour Workweek before, I highly recommend it. That definitely is going to open your eyes into how to scale your business, and it's just gold. I highly recommend checking it out. Anyways, so I started using Flyp. Essentially what it is it's an app that connects you with other resellers, not just like full-time resellers, but people who just want to, you know, sell stuff for you. And you upload pictures of everything that you want to sell. You are matched with a seller. They give you pricing and tell you what their commission is. It kind of ranges between like they take a 30% commission up to 50% commission is what I've personally seen. And they give you pricing, you accept it, and then you send your items to them. They take the like actual pictures for the listings, they list the item, they ship the item, they do all the communication with the buyer, and then you get your percentage of the cut. So I've been doing this and I am a huge fan. I mean, I've only made $98.65 of profit for my first month, but I definitely am going to ramp that up and hope to see that number grow because that's stuff that I just sourced while I was outsourcing the stuff I would list myself, threw it in the cart along with it, and then put it in a box and sent it to someone else, and they did a majority of the work for it, and I still got paid for just putting it into a box and sending it to them. So that is something that I'm definitely going to utilize more in the future. I want to give a shout out to Macy from Blue Consignment. She actually was the first seller that I matched with, and it was like such a fun moment when I saw her and knowing her from her YouTube channel and having her sell my clothes. I don't know, it was fun. I do have a link in the description if you want to go ahead and sign up for Flyp. It has definitely been working out for me, and I'd love to hear you guys' feedback if you end up using it as well. So to close out the video, I kind of want to just do a summary of what I took away from analyzing my numbers from last month. I love making these videos not only to share information to help you guys, but also to really just interpret what worked for me last month and how I can implement changes into the next coming month in order to kind of increase my sales and my strategy. So the first thing that I realized is all of my highest profit items are sold on eBay and Poshmark. So that kind of tells me that Mercari isn't somewhere that I should, you know, change my strategy and spend more time on. I'm still gonna cross list there because it takes like 30 seconds when I use Bendu, but it's not a platform that I'm going to, you know, pay any extra attention to. Also, all the average of my top 10 sales, the cost of goods, I paid an average of $17 per item. So it's all on items that I'm paying up for, because when you're paying more for higher quality items, you're going to be able to sell them for so much more and your profit is going to be a lot higher. So that's why I'm a huge advocate of paying up or just investing more into more quality pieces, because the time that goes into listing, shipping, all of that is far less than the quantity game, and your gross profit per item is going to be so much higher. In the quick flips category, I realized the brands that were selling were just kind of your traditional well-known brands. They didn't necessarily have a high resale or have like a high selling price, but Victoria's Secret, Doc Martens, Lululemon, those are just basic brands that are well known to consumers that people are really searching for. And if you can find a really cute trendy piece with a brand that's common, even if it's not like a Bolo brand that's not as common, it's still beneficial to have brands in your closet that are well known amongst a wide range of groups of people. And in the worst sales category, I realized that all my worst sales were from liquidation and from mystery boxes, along with online sourcing. So in general, when you're hand picking your pieces, it is definitely going to give you a higher profit per item The reason why people do liquidation though, even though their profits are lower, is when it is because of the time it takes to source those items, and potentially you don't have items in your area to be able to get, and you know, to handpick all of those and to source online is very expensive. So there are a lot of positives to liquidation. I actually think I'm going to continue to do it even though I had some bad sales. You are going to have some great sales mixed in there with it, so maybe I just didn't have those this month, but the time that you save when you're getting 100 items delivered to your door and you don't have to do anything but order it is honestly worth having some of these like $5 profit items. So although a lot of those items were in my worst sales category, I definitely see that as something I'm going to move forward to in the future, just in order to scale my business. The time it takes to source one by one each of those pieces is a lot, and it's not very efficient. So I'm definitely going to have more of a mix of liquidation and items that I am hand selecting myself. As far as the online sourced items, you are paying a lot more when you are buying from places like The RealReal and ThredUp if it's a quality item. So that's something that you really have to be sure on the brand, and you are using credits, you're using any kind of free shipping codes. It can add up really, really quick, and it's easy to overspend. So just making sure that you're checking comps and using all of the credits and discounts that you can possibly get your hands on. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I am not going to have a video out next week because I am taking a week off from YouTube. I'm going on vacation, and I'm just going to take a mental decompression break. Reselling is very challenging when it's all about yourself, and you not only have to do the reselling, but there's also this pressure of doing social media and creating content, which I absolutely love, don't get me wrong, but it's very hard to balance the two. And at the end of the day, the reselling is what's actually bringing in the money. At this point, YouTube, I'm not monetized yet, but I mean, someday I will, but it's still not going to be my primary source of income. So, I mean, who knows, maybe it will. Subscribe. But yeah, so it's just easy to get really burnt out, especially on Instagram when you are seeing, I think Instagram in general is just kind of a toxic environment, not necessarily the reseller community. I think everyone's super nice and has the best intentions, but when you're seeing everyone post about the things that they're finding, their sales, you see all their package pics, it's like, even though you're happy for them subconsciously, it's so easy to compare yourself to them and get down on yourself and just think that you're either not doing the right thing or you're not successful enough, when really that's just a snapshot in time. It's their highlight reel, and you don't really know the full story behind those posts. And yeah, so it's definitely draining to be on social media. So if you're getting burnt out, if you feel like there's a lot of pressure, then honestly just log out of the app, and I guarantee you're going to feel so much better about yourself. Your sales are going to be better because you're not spending time on Instagram, and it'll be all good things. And then come back, maybe just commit to yourself doing like an hour a day on Instagram. Haha, joke's on me. I have a little timer on my phone that tells me to close out of the app, and I always I reach the hour limit. I'm trying to work on it, but it's really hard. So that's my little rant to close out the video. I just thought that there's probably a lot of people out there that have dealt with that at one time or are dealing with it now. So it's okay to take a break, though. You don't have to be on social media to be a successful reseller. In fact, the most successful resellers are probably ones that don't spend all their time posting on Instagram. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you could please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, it would really help me out. I am on the road to getting monetized, hopefully soon. So yeah, I feel like I'm going crazy today. Yeah, please, like, subscribe, do the things. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.